We boarded the Brilliance of the Seas in Tampa, Florida. We arrived early, so we relaxed in the atrium, enjoyed a few drinks, and listened to some music. We were so excited thinking about what the next few days would bring. A visit to Coco Cay, Nassau Bahamas, and a snorkeling adventure on a catamaran. We hope you enjoy the highlights of our adventure. Aboard the Brilliance of the Seas. After a few drinks, we decided to check out the ship, as this was our first cruise on the Brilliance of the Seas. We hung out at the pool bar for a little bit, of course, having a couple more drinks, and checking out the view of Tampa Bay. The upper decks of the ship always provide a great view to check out the surrounding area. You definitely feel safe when leaving the port of Tampa Bay. There's escorts from the Coast Guard as well as local law enforcement making sure you get safely out to sea. Our room was super easy to get to, being just off the atrium on deck 7. It was pretty much your typical cruise ship cabin with one notable exception. This was our first cruise with a balcony cabin. We've always had interior cabins in the past, but I'd say after this, we'll probably splurge for the balcony in the future. After a day at sea, we were super excited to get to Coco Cay. This is a private island owned by Royal Caribbean, where we knew we would have the entire day to snorkel, enjoy gorgeous underwater life, hang out and relax on the beach, and without question, have some refreshments at some of the bars scattered around the island. However, when we arrived, it was raining with high winds. This meant the cruise ship could not dock. What a bummer. Well, it didn't bother us too bad. Since we missed out on the island adventure and some great snorkeling, the cruise director decided to have an egg drop competition to get our minds off the disappointment. Of course, we decided to compete. Construction started immediately. We decided to go with the time-tested parachute delivery system. There were many other competitors with different ideas of how to safely deliver the payload, but we knew there could only be one champion. Some did well, some did not.
Sorry.
Finally, it was our turn. Our first flight was great, and we landed safely.
It's time!
To our dismay, in the final competition, one of our parachute cords got tangled and we helplessly spiraled toward the ground. We were surprised to learn that we made it unbroken. However, we had to settle for second place as the other team landed flawlessly. Of course, we were very disappointed, but we can learn from our experience and will return even stronger next year. Team Scrambled Eggs will return. After a day at sea, we made it to Nassau, Bahamas. As we pulled into port, we were able to watch the new construction at the cruise ship pier. There were already some other cruise ships docked at this port when we arrived. We were surprised to see a pirate ship advancing on us on the port side. However, after picking up some booty, they headed back out to sea. After a short time in port, it was time to board the catamaran and head out on our snorkeling adventure to Rainbow Reef. The first mate gave us safety instructions as we pulled out of Prince George's Wharf. We turned east and cruised out into the Atlantic Ocean. Along the way, we saw Paradise Island and many beautiful oceanfront homes. It's always refreshing to once again see the turquoise blue waters of the Caribbean. Even though the wind was really kicking up the waves, we were still able to enjoy snorkeling on Rainbow Reef. You'll have to forgive all the movement while I'm filming with my GoPro camera. The waves were a lot more than we expected and was really moving us around while snorkeling on the surface of the sea. Even with all the motion of the waves, the water actually stayed pretty clear. We saw many different kinds of fish and coral formations. Without question, the big schools of the Sergeant Major fish was incredible. There were thousands of these fish swimming all around, and it was a really neat experience to be right in the middle of them. After an hour or so of snorkeling, it was time to head back to the ship. We enjoyed the cruise back and got to see a few dream homes along the way. soon underway and headed back to Tampa. We were very thankful that we had pretty good weather during this cruise and was able to spend our last evening out on the balcony enjoying the view. When we woke up the next morning, we thought we would be close to port. However, we were still out in the ocean. We found out that Tampa Bay was completely fogged in. Finally, after getting clearance from the Port Authority, we passed under the Sunshine Skyway Bridge and made our way back to the Port of Tampa. Wasn't a bad cruise.
It was a pretty good cruise.
We didn't get to go to Coco Cay, so that kind of sucked. We was planning on snorkeling about all day there, but we went to Nassau and snorkeled there. We got on a sailboat and went out to a Rainbow Fish Reef. Yeah, we had a pretty good time. This is on the Brilliance of the Seas from Royal Caribbean. So I guess we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.